Welcome back to the channel. I'm back on the 2005 F250 6.83 valve. We're going to tackle the P0446 Evap system of vent control. Let's see what's going on. So on this Evap system, looks like the PCM sends the ground, and then it gets its power from hot all the time. So the dark green wire is power all the time, and the violet and white is the signal from the ECM to turn it on. So let's check that real quick. Evap canister is above where the spare tire goes. Let's see what we got here. Alright. Dark green. Dark green is our power. And the violet and white is our signal. First of all, let's see if we got our power. And we've got our battery voltage. So that side's good. Now I'm going to go, let's see if I can set this up somewhere. Oh, let me get situated. And I guess next, let's just we can test our solenoid. And I can hear it. I don't know if you're getting that or not, but I'm using the ground lead off the power probe, just to ground the signal side, completing the circuit. And I can hear it. Yeah, so the vent solenoid itself is working. Now, what I want to know is if the computer can turn it on or not. So, let me set my light up. Okay. And it's on. And no light. Okay, so apparently we have no response. And we know when the signal side is grounded that the vent does work. So now I'm going to go up on the PCM side and see if we're actually getting a signal out of there. Okay, so the wire we're going after is a violet and white, which is pin 13 on connector B, which should be the one in the middle. So let's take a look at that. So the PCM on these trucks is located just above the passenger side valve cover. Right up into there. So we're looking for this middle connector, and the key is off. Let me get that cover off. And it's just 4 little tabs. You just kind of get the screwdriver in there and pry them up off the little tabs and pull the whole cover off. That gives you access to the wires. And I'm looking for pin 13. So I'm looking for phone calls. Oh, I hate when I get phone calls all the time when I'm trying to do something. Alright, so we're going to back probe the violet and white. Oh, come on, get in there. Alright. And then we'll get it plugged back in. Alright. So I'm going to hook the alligator clip to the positive side of the battery. And then hook my test light up to the control side. And then I'm going to command the canister vent valve. That light should light. Turning the vent canister on. Turning it off. On. Off. Okay. So basically we got a broken wire somewhere. I'm going to look up where all the splices are, look to see how this wire's run, and then when I find something, I'll bring you back. So where I'm going to start probing at is right here on this connector C133, because we know we got signal at the computer. We're going to check it now with this connector here. Which has been back probed into my light, and this side's running straight off the battery, so when I get the command from the computer to ground it, that light should light up. Light goes on. So I know I got it going into the connector. We can check the other side.
Off, on, on.
Okay, so my connection is good through that connector. Now we get to play underneath. Okay, so we know we got good signal here at the PCM. We know we've got the good signal on either side of this connector here. The only other connector is right at the vent control solenoid. So what I'm going to do now is just go back there and work my way back to this connector, because all this wire just goes straight down the frame rail, back behind the fuel tank, and then over the spare tire. So I'm going to look and up over where the spare tire goes and see if there's some rubbing or chafing, or see what I can find. I swear it's days like today that makes you feel like a dummy. Let me show you what I found. So here's the wire, or here's the loom going to the end of the connection that goes onto the canister vent. And I'm gonna see if we can get a good shot of this. Probably won't because of the lighting. But see that right there? Nice little hole in the insulation. And it ain't showing up all that great, but there's nice little green crusties inside there. And I've already checked it, but I've got a signal here and don't have it here. Sometimes you just feel like a dummy. All I had to do was just pull the loom back probably a quarter of a damn inch, and I would have saw that, and then I wouldn't have had to do all the other things. But you know how that goes. When you start back here, my problem would have been way up front. So 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But let me get that all repaired and clear the code, and that should take care of that problem. Okay, so there's the repair. I just cut it right at that break point. Put on a butt connector, heat shrinked it. Now I'm gonna fix all this loom, put it all up in there nice. Run it back up over the spare tire carrier, and then plug it into the canister. Plug it into the canister vent right there, and maybe I'll test it one more time once I get it all cleaned up and ran across, just to show that that was the issue. I'm all set up to test the ground circuit when the PCM commands the ground to turn the canister vent on. I'm gonna go command it on, and we should have ground. And that's on. That's off. And with that, I'm going to call that a fix. And clear out the codes. And there's one more code for the AC circuit that I'm going to do another video on. So if you'd like, go down in the comments, list your concerns, criticisms, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, ring the bell, do all those things. And we will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.